Welcome to another episode of Mythic Drafting, where today we're drafting another Lord of the Rings draft here. Pretty interesting first pack. There's a Flowering of the White Tree and a Reprieve in white, which are both solid options. Then in our favourite colour black, we've got Oath of the Grey Host, which is great, and a Torment of Gollum, which is phenomenal. It's also a great Hall of the Citadel and a Woes Pathfinder. You could theoretically take the Hall and try and wheel Pathfinder. But I think another viable option is to take Flowering of the White Tree and try and wheel one of these Great Halls of the Citadel and draft a bit of a Legends brew. I think let's go for a bit of a brew here. Go ahead and take Flowering of the White Tree first. I think if you're playing at a Pro Tour or a competitive level event, I would take Torment of Gollum first here, but let's see if we can do something a little bit spicier here with a Flowering of the White Tree first pick, pack 1. Now I've got some solid options here in white with Rally at the Hornburg and Smite the Deathless. It's a Fall of Gil-galad. So you scry 2, then you put 2+1/+1 counters on creature you control, and then until end of turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, draw 2 cards. That creature fights up to 1 other target creature. So, again, I think if we had taken Torment, you would just take Smite here. I think Smite is still a viable option. We're going for something a little bit spicier in this draft. So we're going to take Fall here. I think also viable is Lost to Legend, but double white, a little bit more prohibitive. Yeah, I think Smite's the right pick here, but I'm going to take something a little bit more fun and go for Flowering of the White Tree. And now we're going to follow it up with an Old Man Willow here. If we're going to play Legends, we're going to play probably green. We're going to play as many Great Halls as we can, and Old Man Willow is one of the better legendary creature options. It's a huge beater, and it can also take advantage of tokens and creatures to sack them to snipe down enemy creatures. And the fact that we've got it early means we can draft around that. So pretty happy with that one there. Now I've got another good pack for us here, and you can actually see black and red cut instantly. One uncommon's missing, and then there's no black or red commons in the pack, which means someone's taken a black common, someone's taken a red common, and someone's taken an uncommon. So we're going to get cut hard in black and red to our right, and we're going to go ahead and pick up an Errand Rider of Gondor. This card is perfect in the legendary creatures decks. It's great in the white decks as well, but yeah, I think we're going to look to position ourselves here in green-white based Legends, and we'll be really hoping that Generous Ent wheels or the Fog on the Barrow Downs or something similar like that. And now we're going to take a Butterbeer Bree Innkeeper here. A 3/3 for 4, but it's a legend in our colours. And if you don't control a food token, at the end of your turn you create one, which is phenomenal with Old Man Willow. It's great with Mushroom Watchdogs if we happen to pick up some of those. And there's also a Bag End Porter, a Lembas, and yeah, that's about it in the pack. But again, nothing really playable in black and red. So yeah, we're very happy with this pack to be getting the Butterbeer Bree Innkeeper here. And now there is some blue cards here, some pretty solid ones as well, with a Lorien Revealed and a Kingfisher. There's also a Slip on the Ring. I don't really like any of these green or white cards here. I don't mind the Spider, but it's really bad against like Fear 5 foes and the -1/-1 stuff. I think given we're going to be playing like a Legends themed deck here, I think the multicolor, the Lorien Revealed, the land cycling is probably worth picking up here. And now we're going to take a Great Hall of the Citadel. And this might seem crazy, but we're taking it over Errand Rider of Gondor. If we're in the Legends deck, it's not actually locked in here that we have to be white. Our only non-legendary white card here is Errand Rider of Gondor. So actually 1/1 with blue. We still could be blue here. We're probably likely to be white, but Great Hall of the Citadel is what makes this deck tick, and so we're going to take it there. Now, Barrowblade, I'm not particularly keen on that. It's a Stalwarts of Osgiliath, not really keen on that either. Not really keen on any of these cards. I think we don't have much removal, and I was actually really impressed with Galadrim Bow recently in creature-heavy decks because if you don't have a lot of removal or interaction, it can actually deal as a way of surprising your opponent and generating an advantage. So happy to pick that up there. Don't really want to play it, but we can. It's a Mushroom Watchdogs, but there's a Great Hall of the Citadel number 2, which is exactly what we wanted to wheel there. So very happy to pick that up. Similarly, we're going to take Lost to Legend here. If we are base white, which we easily like, we're still probably heavily leaning to being a green-white deck, splashing some legends here. But the Lorien Reveal does make it interesting. But yeah, so very happy to wheel that one. The great thing about the Great Halls, they can actually cast the Flowering of the White Tree by themselves. So very happy to pick that up there. We'll now take an Elven Farsight over the second Galadrim Bow. Again, not a card we're particularly looking to play, but scry 3 and then draw a card if it's a creature on top can be good when you play a lot of creatures. We don't have a ton of creatures yet in the deck, so probably not the angle we're going down here, but certainly an option. And yeah, when we're drafting the end of the pack there, it's a fine pickup. See how I like the way this deck has started. Easily could have just done the Torment of Golem and the Smite the Deathless path, but we would have got cut off very quickly. It would have been an awkward draft. So that's results-orientated thinking. I do think it's right to take the Torment there, but yeah, certainly not opposed to having a little bit more fun with the draft here and going down an alternative path. Now we're going to get a pretty late Fog on the Barrow down, so that's a nice one to pick up. Don't mind playing 1 or 2 fogs, especially if we lack other forms of interaction. It's just a pretty average pacifism, to be honest. Like a 3-mana can't attack or block. They can still use their abilities. Just nothing really compared to like the pacifisms of old, which were 1 and a white for that kind of effect. Which is interesting because the way current draft metas have really gone, the creatures get better and better. They have more abilities. And they're also more aggressively costed in terms of their power and toughness. So while the creatures have gotten better, the pacifisms have gotten worse, meaning it's harder to deal with them. And also like not being able to use, like normally the 3-mana ones, like the Arrest, they stop you from using their abilities. So yeah, Fog on the Barrow Downs is probably one of the worst pacifism effects we've had in recent draft formats. And now we're actually going to take Lembas. I don't actually mind playing a Lembas, especially if you're light on 2 drops. It's a colorless way of fixing, and some of these decks, like if we get they care about casting historic spells. Slip on the Ring, also not terrible in this deck, but yeah, certainly not looking to play any of those. Now there's a Fire Inscription, which we love that spell, but this pack is, I mean, if you're a black-red player, this is one of the best black-red sealed packs I've ever seen. Fire Inscription, Morhir, Mortal Muster, Rohirrim Lance, Smite, and Dunlin Crebain. If you had a couple of packs like this at a sealed event, you'd be pretty happy, but we are going to slam Delighted Halfling here. 1 mana, Birds of Paradise, basically for legendary spells, exactly what we want. Great into the blue decks as well, given it gets around their counters for your legends. We might actually wheel Theoden here. That's a possibility. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and be pretty happy with our Halfling here and keep on trucking. Now there's a Bilbo Retired Burglar, Celeborn, Glowen. Pretty interesting pack. I think Celeborn's pretty weak. It's not amazing. None of these cards are really that good for us, and Bilbo's so strong. If we can get a few more Great Halls of the Citadel, I would love to play some Bilbos. Also possible we still end up like green-blue for Lorien Revealed, and I think that we can pass the Celeborn here and the Glowen. Like the Glowen does give us treasures for legendary historic spells, and then you can goad creatures in. I think I'm just going to take Bilbo though. I think this is just an upside pick here. We're really picking between like the blue here and these white cards, and then everything else is still a legend. So if we can make this deck green-based, multicolored enough, it's possible we can play them all. And we're just still working out what our second non-legendary color is going to be. So this looks a bit awkward, but I think it's the high upside pick that we're going to want. And wow, we have been hooked up here with a Frodo Baggins. I actually find War of the Last Alliance hilarious in that even though we're drafting the Legends deck, I'm not going to take it here. Frodo is just so good. 1/3 for 2 mana when it enters the battlefield, or another legendary creature enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you, and as long as Frodo's your ring bearer, it must be blocked if able. So Frodo is just a really disruptive card. Once the ring gets to 3 or above, it's so hard to deal with. Fantastic card for us to pick up there. Now there's an interesting pack here. There's a Bath Song, a Goldberry, nothing really in white here. It's a Troll of Khazad-dûm if we wanted to take that to help splash the Willow, but I think I'm just going to take Bath Song here. I think I've got 3 splashes for white at the moment. I think Bath Song's probably worth it over Protector of Gondor and Troll. And we can just... yeah, I think we're going to take the Bath Song there. It's going to help us get to the cards we want as well. And now there's a Shagrat. When it attacks, attach it to one target, equipment to it, then amass orcs. Yeah, Shagrat is not it for us here. Nothing really is. I think we just take a Shy Terrace. If we're not base green enough, we could theoretically play this one. I don't think we're going to, but it's a possibility. Now we're going to take an Eowyn. It's just another legend. We want as many legends as we can get in this deck, given how well they work with flowering. Now, this is actually an interesting decision point here. There's a Birthday Escape, which is great in this if we're a blue-based version of the deck. But I think we just want to take in range 2 in here. We're definitely green. It tempts as well. It's just a big beater, and it can make itself a legend. And wow, now we're going to get... do we want Gua here? I think we do. I think Flying Vigilance Legend is worth it in this version of the deck. We could take a Bag End Porter, or we could take a Banish from Adoris. Wow, pick 9, Smite the Deathless. How is that happening? I think we're just taking Banish, though, sadly. I don't know what was going on that was that busted pack that we opened. That's why. People just took better cards. So that was why. Yeah, I think it's looking like we're going to be the green version of the deck. Do we want War of the Last Alliance here? I think we potentially do, just for the memes here. But yeah, I think this deck is going to be a Downer Bilbo, most likely. And this Bath Song. And we're probably just playing like a much more consistent version with Aaron Rider of Gondor, Banish from Adoris, and cutting these cards here. Now there is a There and Back Again, a Saga. We can't cast that, and I think we're just going to take another Old Man Willow here. Old Man Willow is so good in this deck. It's a legend. It's just an absolute house of a card to deal with, and yeah, very, very solid. We're going to pick up, very happy to pick up another one, and especially considering how good it is with Butterbur. Just an amazing card for us. Landroval, interesting option for us, but we're not going to pass Boromir here. And yeah, we're in a pretty solid green-white Legends deck here. Vigilance, whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Not really relevant for Limited, but you can sack Boromir and creatures you can control gain indestructible, and the ring tempts you. So, very flavorful card, old Boromir. And now let's pick up a Shadowfax here. Pretty happy to pick this one up. We've got 1, 2, 3 ways to splash it. So, yeah, I think we want a Shadowfax. It also works well with Butterbur, works well with Aaron Rider, Boromir, a lot of our other legends. So, pretty happy to pick that one up there. And now there's a Frodo. There's also a Landroval. And I think Landroval's going to be the pick here. Another legend. It's also a 3/4, which works really well with Shadowfax. So, could take Shadow Summoning or Oliphant, but I think Landroval's going to be the pick here. Wow, and another Old Man Willow here. The third one's a little bit awkward, but we don't really have any other options. So, let's go ahead and pick that one up. And now we could take... The question is, are we going to take Like, how many lands are we going to play here? And splash lands. I think we actually just take Oliphant. Because I think we're likely to cut Bilbo, Bath Song. Probably cut this Fog as well. And I think we're probably just going to play a Wizard's Rockets, actually. I think Wizard's Rockets is pretty nice in this deck. Now we're actually just going to pick up a Mushroom Watchdogs for the curve. That's a nice one for us. Just another 2-drop that we probably needed there. And Lost to Legend. I think we take that over. Hobbit Sting. Putting it 4th. Non-land Historic Permanent. Opponents are going to have a ton of those. So I think this is going to be it. Because now we can play like... We might play it. We will play a Protector of Gondor. Protector's great with Shadowfax. Because we're green-white base. We've got some red. These are our splashes. And then these are effectively lands. We play one... We'll play one island, one mountain, one swamp. Double Great Hall. And then, yeah, we try and make the rest of it work through, like, Delighted Halfling and Wizard's Rockets and the Great Hall. So this will be an interesting deck. It's definitely a spicier brew than, you know, a lot of other decks in the format. But Green-White Legends, we've got there. I mean, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 legendary creatures. So, plus the Flowering of the White Tree to go along with them. So, I think this deck's going to be pretty good. Bombadil's Song actually may get a run here. Banish from Adoris as well. I think the second Banish is probably better than the second Lost to Legend. And we're probably only going to want 16 land in this deck, I think. So this is 17 land. I think we cut 1 Lost to Legend. Lorien Revealed and Oliphant are effectively lands. We'll basically always cycle them. The only reason to even play Lorien Revealed is just because Wizards Rockets can actually go ahead and cast it. I mean, there is maybe an argument to just playing Bilbo. Because he's another legend. He tempts. I think we're going to cut 1 land here. Definitely cutting a swamp. Shire Terrace can go and get. So that would give us 5, 8, 13, 16 lands plus these 2. So now it's just down to 1 cut. I think it's probably Fog on the Barrow Down. I don't really like Fog a whole lot. I'd rather just have the Banishes to deal with things. Now the question is, do we want Bilbo? Do we want Lorien Revealed? What is the combo that we want? I think Bilbo is pretty tough to cast for us. Maybe we want War of the Last Alliance here. It does just basically get us to... Basically like tutor twice. Get... creatures get double strike and the ring tempts us. Could play that over Lorien Revealed. Actually, I think we probably do. So we've only got Gua here. Yeah, I think we play War of the Last Alliance. It's going to be a better version of Lorien Revealed, actually. Yep. So this is the deck. We'll see how it goes in game number 1, and I'll see you there. Alrighty, on to the first game. But it's not actually the first game because I forgot to hit record. So this is game number 2. We lost the first one. We took a mull. An opponent got us pretty well. So now we can't cast Delighted Halfling with Great Hall of the Citadel. But we will just cast a Wizard's Rockets here, which will enable us to cast Delighted Halfling next turn. And then set up a turn 3 Old Man Willow, which is great, into a turn 4 Protector of Gondor. So, oh, and also the Butterbur. So let's go ahead and cycle this for green. On a green mana here. Draw a Plains. And play out Delighted Halfling. And then next turn I think we will it's interesting. Depending on what the colour they play, we may play Old Man Willow. we may play Butterbur. I think we're probably going to play Old Man Willow. If they play red and they pass, then we might not. But now I think we definitely want to... The upside of the Willow is so high. Like, if we get to go Protector of Gondor, shoot your Woes Pathfinder, hit you for 4, and then Butterbur, we're going to pop off. So, opponent really... They don't know it, but they really need to kill Old Man Willow this turn in any means possible. They have a white Bag End Porter. It's not going to be it, opponent. We can't attack this turn unless we play... We're going to play a land. The question is, do we want to play Boromir? I actually think we do here. We just cast Boromir. We can sack it to effectively trade it with Bag End Porter. So we can sack the Halfling. I think we do. We don't need... We can cast all of the cards in our deck now. I think it's actually worth sniping down this Pathfinder and restricting them on mana. They're going to block. We're going to give everyone indestructible. So effectively, like, traded Boromir and Halfling for Bag End Porter and Woes Pathfinder. Plus gave our Old Man Willow the old ring tempt there. And slowed them down on tempo. Now I hope they play something we can kill with Protector of Gondor. Samwise the Stout-Hearted. That is something we can kill. So, that is very nice. Go ahead and play out Forest here and Gondor. And now we're just going to sack the 1/1. Just snipe her down. Eat the Sam, and now we're in a pretty nice spot here. Butterbird's going to give us recurring Old Man Willow. Old Man Willow's going to be a 6/6. Opponent's probably got like an enraged Huon here or some other legend. In the legend mirror. It's going double white. Faramir Field Commander. Well, that's a nice one. Unfortunately for the opponent, we've got a loss to legend. So let's just go ahead and put this one back on top. Back deep in the... Show them we've got the little combo here. We don't want to sack anything. And now we get our food. Now we're in a pretty nice spot here. They have to block Old Man Willow. They have to block both our other creatures. And they're just dead. So that is a wrap on game number 2. We're now 1-1. And I'll see you in game number 3. Alrighty, on to game number 3 here. His hand's awkward. Can't cast anything. It's going to be a mulligan. I think we got a Growler. We've got to mulligan pretty aggressively here. This hand's a keeper. We've put a forest on the bottom. Keep everything else. Hope to draw a legend. Play out one of the green or white in case we draw like Frodo. And also Delighted Halfling would be a nice draw here. Flowering of the White Tree is also a pretty nice one because we're going to cast Aaron Rider, I think, here. Unless we draw a legend. Yeah, now we're probably going to cycle this in ranged Huon. Well, Oliphant can't get anything. And it's unlikely we're going to be able to cast it for a long time. So I think we just go ahead and cycle that one. Another question is, do we want to trade here? I think we do because we don't want them using that Westfold Rider to kill the tree. Now we're stuck on land. Let's go ahead and attack. They're probably going to block. No, okay. Alright. Best possible draw is Great Hall of the Citadel. This deck's a little bit clunky. Like, it's a fun deck, but if it doesn't draw the cards in the right sort of order, it can be really clunky. And that's where, like, your black-red, your blue-red, your 2-color decks that are full of powerful cards are just so much better, really, than the deck that we've drafted here. But it's a lot more fun. So, ooh, an Old Man Willow. Old Man Willow's going to be nice on this board. We're just going to ship the turn now. Old Man Willow's going to shore things up. pretty nicely. They're probably going to have some form of removal for it, but we can use the Aaron Rider to trade for the Westfold Rider. I'm shocked they actually shipped both of these Eagles because they've got so many lands and so many cards in hand. I think they may have made a mistake there, especially with the Bath Song. I mean, the Eagles make like attacking so nice. I wonder if Shadowfax can put Old Man Willow into the play or not. Man, I would have held Hobbit Sting to deal with Old Man Willow, but apparently not. Boromir here, pretty nice also. So let's go ahead and just cast the old Boromir. Say go. Would have been nice to, like, ideal world, have the land to be able to go Shadowfax and just slam Boromir with it. This is also fine. Opponent's got a ton of card advantage. It is going to be tough to win this one, I think. Go here, the Windlord. The Ring's going to tempt them. We're probably just going to have to trade Boromir for Westfold Rider. No, okay, they're going to put it on the 1-1. Alright. So clearly getting that ring up, trying to loot here. We really want to draw a land this turn. Naturally. Banish from Adoris is so bad. Such a bad draw for us. We're not casting it on a 1-1. So we've just got to say go, and that's just probably going to be game. I think we needed to draw land here. They're just going to pop off with the Bath Song and probably end this one. Putting back Hobbit Sting, they're double Eagles. So yeah, now they're going to have like a deck with a little bit more spells and lands. And Aragorn Company Leader. Okay, so when the ring tempts them, they can put First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink on Aragorn, and then they can do that now. Ooh, now for Wrath and now for Ruin. Bang. Alright, opponent is popping off. The ring's going to tempt them. They're going to probably put First Strike on everything, I think. And we're probably dead. I mean, they've got... Yeah, they're going to put First Strike on the ranged Huon. We've got 15 points of damage, so we need to block something. Can't do the old sack and block either, so I think we probably block Old Man Willow on the 2-2. What am I going to put this on? I think a Death Touch as well. Oh, man. Did not think Aragorn, from a flavor perspective, would get Death Touch, but First Strike here, okay. So this thing has Vigilance, First Strike, Trample. They should attack with everyone. Alright. It's a 5/5 now. Is it +1/+1 counter and? Oh, the Wrath and Ruin? Why did that get 2 +1/+1 counters? Oh, the Aragorn trigger off that. Jeez. Alright, so they attack with everyone. I think it's actually... They should attack with the 2-2 as well here. It's basically free. Aragorn... We're just pretty dead here, I think. Actually... This thing has First Strike. Oh! I think we just block here, give Indestructible, and take 5. Okay. It's not the worst. Now we can cast... It's got First Strike and Trample, so I think we kind of need to just exile this and hope they don't have anything else here. If they don't, we can, like, kill the Protector of Gondor. Play Enraged Huon. Eventually they're going to have Tempting and they're going to get us. But, yeah, I think they should have attacked with everyone there, the 2-2. Then we got a little bit less damage. they take a little bit. We take a little bit more damage. Like we can't really not. We can't block the 2/2. I don't think. And if we do try and eat it with Faramir or the Old Man Willow, then we either take more damage or one of them dies. So I think they should have attacked with the 2/2 there. Also, it's just not worth very much. Like, you're just trying to push damage through at that point. Okay, so that's just game here. The enraged 2 is just going to give everyone, like, First Strike, Death Touch, and Trample. And, yeah, we can't survive that. So, hats off to the opponent there. We're now 1 and 2, and we'll see if we can grind out a win here. Alrighty, on to game number 4 here. This hand's going to be a keep. A little bit awkward not having the green, but Eren Rider of Gondor can potentially fix that. Right, if we had a forest, this hand would be amazing. Watchdogs, Eren Rider, Bombardier's Song would be nice, but yeah, we can't complain too much. At least this hand is playable. Protector of Gondor. Fine. We really want to draw like a legend here. So, we're up against another Legends deck. War of the Last Alliance. Alright. Let's go ahead and filter something here. Get rid of the Mushroom Watchdogs. It's going to be too late by the time we actually get to it. So I think we're just worth just shipping that down. Shy Sheriff from the opponent. No tokens. So now I think we actually want a War of the Last Alliance. Let's see if we can trade here. And yeah, let's go ahead and War of the Last Alliance and find our legends. So which ones do we want? I think we want Shadowfax. Because Shadowfax can put... I think we just want to get Shadowfax this turn. The thing is like, I don't know if Shadowfax can put Old Man Willow into play, but I think we're going to want Old Man Willow anyway, because it's just so good. And like, we can go Shadowfax into Old Man Willow. Butterbur, Bree, Innkeeper. Okay. Well, Shadowfax can kill that, so... Oh, actually, I think we want... Landroval is good. Puts it in tapped and attacking, so we've got to consider that. I think maybe... We drew a forest. I think Landroval's probably the one we want, given it's going to be tapped and attacking, and at least Shadowfax can trade. So Shadowfax potentially trades here. We put Landroval onto the battlefield. They can't block that one. Yeah, I think that's the right play for them. And now the ring's going to tempt us. And we've got another ring temps. Wow, so they've got their old... We're basically playing the mirror here. I mean, we can play Frodo now. Because now I get to loot. I want this one to be our ring bearer for this turn, because we get to loot here. Pitch the island. And then we'll... damage. Gwar here can come down. Now the question is, which one do we want to be our ring bearer? Frodo? I think it's Frodo. Yeah, we need Frodo to get through. Frodo makes it lethal, so... They've got to have an answer to Frodo right now, otherwise they're just dead to the Bombadil Song attempt. This is 8 damage plus 3. So they're going to attack us. They can sack something here if they want, but they're not... Yeah, so they're just going to... No blocks from us. They're going to put a creature on the battlefield. We're going to have a blocker. They've got removal here, I think. But Frodo's made it tough for them because they kind of have to deal with Frodo. No, they're not going to. Okay. Gain some life. Get to Watchdog here. Well, actually, I think we want to just attack first. Frodo's going to get flying. we'll pitch this. So this is 7. They got a food token. So actually, I think we just need a Bombadil Song here on Frodo. And Frodo can still be the ring bearer. Because now that puts them down to 3. We can Gondor here. And now the sacking the food's actually relevant, because if they sack the food, they're at 3. They're dead to Landroval or Frodo. So they've got to deal with a lot, and Protector of Gondor. So they've got to deal with a lot of stuff. Claim the Precious. Okay. I mean, now if they attack, we don't care. They kind of like can't attack. They can't. So they're going to sack, gain life, and then we just fly over the top with Landroval. So no blocks from us. Yeah, that's game. Nice to get a win there. 2-2, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, on to game number 5 here. This hand is a keeper. Got all legends, except for War of the Last Alliance and Lost to Legend, but we're just going to have to hope here. We're going to cycle this Oliphant for a red. Have 3 lands to cast Boromir. Hope we draw planes to cast War of the Last Alliance, which is actually, I think, really good in our deck. So let's go ahead and just cycle this. We don't want to mess around, and it'll speed things up. So we may as well just do it now. Get our 1 mountain and say go. Another land there, not exactly ideal, but it's fine. And will allow us to cast Guahir at some point. If we can draw a land and draw another spell, sorry. No, play Great Hall, play out Boromir, and all these forests, not what we want. We need some little plains, please, deck, because we want to cast the War of the Last Alliance. And they're probably going to smite the Deathless our little Boromir here. No, they got a Quarrel's End. Alright, that's fine. I mean, now they can actually trade those 2 for Boromir, which is pretty meh. And War of the Last Alliance, that's a really nice one for us. Now let's go ahead and we'll get our good friend Shadowfax. And then we can say go here. We don't want to just attack in there and let them trade. We're now going to get to Shadowfax, and I think we'll probably be getting Old Man Willow on this board. The other option is to like go and get Frodo. I don't really think that's like particularly good for us here. Oh, now I just feel like they've got I feel like they've got a counter spell here. So could get Landroval or Frodo. Butterbur. Butterbur's not bad. I think maybe we just go get an Old Man Willow here. And we just want to cast an Old Man Willow. Hardstyle, because if they've got a counterspell, great. They've got a counterspell. They kind of have to counter this, and we still get to just Shadowfax them. I wonder, like, if this only works. I'm really curious, like, if this works with Shadowfax. I feel like it doesn't. I feel like you have to, like, it's a 5/5 in your hand. Like, I feel like it's a static ability, but I could be wrong. So, opponent here has got Swarming of Moria. Now it's our turn. Oh, now we get a Flowering of the White Tree. Okay, so now we get to go off here. Because we get to go... we want to cast this for black and white. We want to play Flowering of the White Tree, which makes good old Bozza a 5/4 Vigilance. And now I think we actually just want to get it. Would we trade Boromir here for that 2? Oh, it's got double strike, so we definitely will this turn, because it's just going to deal 10 damage. Probably just chump. Yeah, I think it's worth chumping there. And now we get to Shadowfax next turn. And if we draw anything small, it's really nice. And Boromir is protecting All of us and Old Man Willow can go ahead and cycle as well to make Guahir cheaper. So we're going off a little bit here with this brew. Legends, Flowering of the White Tree. Opponent is stuck on land, so we've got to take that into account. But yeah, if we can draw a token maker here, like if we draw a Protector of Gondor, we can stack our triggers and bash with everyone. Like Shadowfax, tap in Protector of Gondor, sack the 1/1, snipe down the 2/2, and they've got no blocks. So there are a couple of draws that are really nice here. But yeah, the War of the Last Alliance has been absolutely amazing in this deck. Just being able to go basically, Faramir. Being able to tutor up whatever you want is just so good. So now they get, at the beginning of that player's next end step, they draw a card if we didn't attack. Otherwise they create 3/1/1 white tokens. So kind of can't attack this turn. Or we can. So we're definitely going to lost to Legend this Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. And I think we do go ahead and... Question is, do we want to Shadowfax this turn? Because it's just mana efficient too. Like, we're going to play it. The question is, do we attack? Would we rather they have a card, or would rather we have the 3/1/1s? I think we would rather that they... I think the 1/1s actually like aren't that relevant, and the damage is actually pretty relevant. How do... Oh! Of course, because Shadowfax is bigger with Flowering of the White Tree, so it can put Guahir into play. Oh, that's just amazing. Yeah, okay, now it's definitely worth attacking, but I'm going to hit them for 17, or they can double chump here. So, yeah, we're in a pretty nice spot now. Definitely missed that interaction there with the Shadowfax and the Flowering. Really tough spot for opponent. They could double block. They can't double block because they're just dead. So they're going to double chump here. Or they can take 17 and go to 3. Yeah, so now they're gonna take 11. They get 3 blockers from the Prince, and we have, you know, a 6/5 Flying Vigilance, Shadowfax, Old Man Willow, Boromir. So bang, bang, bang. The deck is popping off in this game. Obviously, when it clicks, this deck's really nice, and when it doesn't click, it's obviously not as good. But yeah, this is a sweet one. We've got to really go off here. All the different legendary creatures and the White Tree of Gondor are just powering down. Opponent's got 4 mana as well, so a lot of cards stuck in hand. We have really cheated the game here in terms of using Shadowfax to get creatures on the battlefield. And also, all of these guys have Ward 1, so it makes all of our spells tougher to cast as well. Flowering the White Tree is, it's really good. They got to pay double Ward here, so I'm going to use Old Man Willow here to snipe down Guahir. They get a Ring Temps, but they can't attack, I don't think. We get a Banish from Adoris. We're not going to play that. We're just going to attack in. No way are we sacrificing anything. They got to chump Old Man Willow. Probably, if you're not going to chump Boromir, you probably want... Yeah, okay. I'm going to chump everything, and now we just say go. And they've still got this ward problem, which is probably a huge issue for them, really, given like blue-red spells, a lot of spell, a lot of targeting, so... Hopefully this is the game here. If they play a creature, we're just going to banish it. If we draw a creature as well, we can cheat it in with Shadowfax. I mean, Shadowfax is just an absolute house in this deck. So Quarrel's End, pitching Lembas. They get a 1/1. We see Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. 2 mana, they can't bounce anything. Is there a 1 mana bounce spell? There's like... I think we just want to... attack and use Aaron Rider of Gondor to draw and sack it to clear the 1/1. Can't bounce it because they can like Soothing of Smeagol. Let's go ahead and put Aaron Rider on the battlefield, tapped and attacking. We'll sack this. And yeah, that's the game. 3-2. And I'll see you on the next one as we try and keep winning with this spicy little brew. Alrighty, on to game number 6 here. This hand's definitely going to be a keep. We've got Delighted Halfling into Eowyn. And if we can just draw some lands, got some pretty good ones here. So there's a land we need. Opponent's on blue with the Wizard's Rockets. So we're going to get to play Eowyn. And then, we're not going to now, but we have taken just a card out of their hand. So that's actually not the worst in this situation, I think now. We just get to cast Halfling again, and then we can, if we draw a 4-drop, we'll cast it. But if not, we'll just cast Eowyn. And opponent is down just a full card there. So that works pretty well for us. We could cast War of the Last Alliance here. I think that's actually worth it because War of the Last Alliance is going to allow us to go get Shadowfax, and Shadowfax can just put land removal onto the battlefield. So it effectively is 2 cards for 1. The other option is to go and get an Old Man Willow here. I think we just want to get. I think we want to get Shadowfax second because we don't want to show them that's what we've got. I think on this board, the best option other than Shadowfax is probably going to be. I think Frodo's actually going to be really nice. Yeah, I think Frodo. We gotta get Frodo because Frodo allows us to cast Eowyn and Frodo next turn instead of Shadowfax if we want to, and also it's just going to get us to ring level 4 extremely quickly with this hand, and I think that's pretty valuable. So let's go ahead and pick that one up, and now we hope opponent taps out here and we can just slam our Shadowfax into land removal, and then we'll probably play like the next turn Frodo. And then attack them. The other option is to just play Frodo with Shadowfax, and then all of our... Ooh, okay. So opponent there taking out Delighted Halfling with Fear 5 foes. They're obviously scared of, what we're going to have next. We've got an Old Man Willow here. So now we're glad we got Frodo because we can't actually go and get Shadowfax here. So it's actually a pretty interesting choice. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources, 5 red sources with Shy Terror, 6 with Wizard's Rockets. So we could get Shadowfax, but I think we're not meant to get that. I think we're meant to go get like Boromir here or Butter. Boromir seems pretty nice on this board. Although Butterbur is a pretty nice one with like the food tokens. I think we want to play Frodo no matter what this turn. So the question is, what do we actually want to go get? I think given a hand, we're actually going to go get Shadowfax. I think if we happen to draw a red source here, Shadowfax is just ridiculous. And because we've got Frodo, we're actually going to get the ring temps, and we're going to be able to cycle very quickly. And with War of the Last Alliance, we're going to be able to cycle this turn, and we're going to go looking for that red source that we need. So I think I like this as the plan. Shadowfax will just allow us to accelerate out very unfairly. And there's Great Hall of the Citadel is just phenomenal there. I'm a little bit worried that the opponent has a counterspell here. So I kind of just want to play... I just want to attack first and then play something out. I really do think they have a counter here. I think we can just play like Enraged Huon, or... Yeah, I think we play Enraged Huon here, or we don't really want Old Man Willow to get countered. We don't need land here. Go ahead and pitch the land. And then I think we just cast this. Oh, we get to hit them twice. Cast the Enraged Huon here and see if they've got the counter spell. If they don't, I mean, they can counter this or they hold it for Shadowfax, but yeah, so they let us get it down. Frodo's going to remain the Ring Bearer here because Frodo can, anything with 3 power or less, Frodo gets to just kill, basically. The other thing is they might just have a bounce spell. Wow, so Frodo on top. Oh, Sauron on the Dark Lord. Wow, okay. That's tough. That's really tough for us here to deal with. So now I think we need to get Flowering of the White. We can get Shadowfax down. We need to get Flowering of the White Tree down, though. So let's go ahead and get that one down. They're going to amass a pretty big army here, but I don't think there's much we can do about it. We get Eowyn down. So we're not going to be able to attack here. And then I think we're going to play Shadowfax. Probably get Old Man Willow down as well. Shadowfax is going to be a 6/5 first striker. Which is pretty nice. So they've gone all out here as well. There's Frodo. We can actually make Shadowfax have Vigilance. We can do that. We can get Gwaihir down, actually. I think we play Shadowfax, give it first strike. And then... So Shadowfax is going to have first strike. Shadowfax is going to get in here. And then we'll go and get... Do we want Gwaihir down, or do we want... Landroval? I think we want Gwaihir because we don't want them to know that we can make Shadowfax flying next turn. So now this is going to get in. They're going to chump Shadowfax here. We just got to hope they don't get any... I mean, they've got the ring temp, so they're going to draw 4 here. Jesus. Sauron is just a bastard card. I mean, this card is just absurd. We have no way to interact with it either. So, yeah, that's tough. They get to just draw 4 here. So now I think Frodo's going to come in next turn. And probably Landroval. Like, we might even play Landroval and hit them with the 2 flyers. If they attack with that flyer here and they leave themselves exposed, we might actually be able to sneak 6 damage in. But I don't feel like they're going to attack us with the Kingfisher here. Opponent's decks, I love these decks. Ooh, I like to see Quarrel's End there. I love these like Grixis, Sauron decks. I've drafted 2 of them, I think, in my time, and they're up on the channel if you want to check them out. There's one, I think the earlier one, we managed to pull off the trophy with it. It's just such a sick card. But yeah, the fact that they've spent that turn here effectively drawing cards and not impacting the board too much is really nice. If they attack here with Kingfisher, we're going to be very happy. All of our guys have Ward 1 as well, so I don't think they're going to attack with Kingfisher. Oh, they are. Okay, so that leaves themselves potentially quite exposed here to the flying Landroval. To Landroval giving Shadowfax flying. They can discard their hand again. They haven't. I'm worried they've got like another Soothing of Smeagol here. Or like another Kingfisher. Don't think this works with Shadowfax either. No, Goldberry Daughter. Okay, I think we just win here. So we just play Landroval. They get to amass 1. Shadowfax can have Vigilance. And then we just get in with the flyers, give Shadowfax flying, and we managed to defeat Sauron the Dark Lord with this one. So that's actually a pretty big flavor win. Our Legends deck managed to take down the Dark Lord, and I'll see you in the next one. Alrighty, here, onto game number 7. This hand is a very good hand, but it looks like a conventional green-white beatdown deck here. We've got Frodo into Boromir. We're going to get this ring up very, very quickly. We're going to have a turn 3 level 2 ring with Frodo and start looting, and then obviously as Frodo leaves or Boromir dies, we can actually it'll get to level 3 and potentially level 4 very quickly in this deck. So Shadowfax there is a nice one, but now we can just cast Boromir here. They've probably got a Glorious Gale, but I think there is actually just worth going for it. If we do manage to stick the Boromir, it's just so good for us. Maybe there's an argument to casting Mushroom Watchdogs, because if they do have a way to kill Frodo now, we're going to have a level 2 ring. So now they've got a Nazgul. We've just got to attack in here with Frodo and play our Watchdogs. Now if we get to draw any land Drover will turn this on, and we can start looting towards either Shadowfax, or we do probably want a Lost to Legend to get rid of this Nazgul at some point. Yeah, so not the dream start. I think maybe we're meant to cast Watchdogs over Boromir, but man, if you do stick it, especially against a mulligan, like, it's just so high upside. I think that the percentage of games that you win when you do land the Boromir is just so high that it's worth going for it there. But I can see the argument to just playing it a little bit slower, seeing if they want to play a 3-drop, or they just want to counter Mushroom Watchdogs here. And now, this is actually... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's only when it enters. Yeah, so this is actually pretty awkward now in that we don't have any spells to play. We really need that land. We really needed to be able to get that second ring tempt going. So maybe we were meant to just cast Mushroom Watchdogs. I think their decision's right. I think we're just on the bad end of the spectrum this hand, where, oh man, the fact that they're discarding that 5-drop is pretty scary. So they're going to mill themselves here. No, they mill us. I think you're meant to mill yourself there, but yeah, they were meant to mill themselves because they've already got 3. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think Nazgul and Mouth of Sauron are just going to take over this game exceptionally quickly here. We're going to have a pretty difficult time dealing with it. And yeah. Well, they should have played this pre-combat for the extra point of damage, and they could have got the Orc Army through and another 4 damage. But that's going to be game here. Can't come back from this one. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck. It was obviously a different style of deck than we usually draft on the channel. I mean, I do like to have a bit of fun with some riskier decks, but this one especially, I think, going for the 5-color Legends off the Flowering Tree first pick was pretty... Flowering of the White Tree. It was a pretty cool deck, I think. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And if you did, be sure to leave a comment below about what you enjoyed about this one and anything you would have done differently. And be sure to subscribe as well and give the video a like. And I'll see you in the next one.